Hello, friends. In this session, we are going to talk about Pakistan's security concerns and the sports diplomacy. So, recently, tensions in Pakistan's internal security have raised serious questions about, its ability to host major international events, particularly the ICC Champions Trophy in 2025. So, Pakistan has been urging India and other countries to send their teams for the tournament, but you can see a shocking suicide bombing at Quetta railway station has reignited the doubts about the safety for international visitors in Pakistan. So this tragic attack has been orchestrated by Balochistan Liberation Army (BLA), and that led to the death of 25 people, and out of which 14 Pakistani soldiers were there, and at the same time many more injured also. So in this session, we are going to break down the details of this attack and the security challenges in Pakistan and the impact on its ability to host international sporting events in future. So let's get started. I'll share the PPT and I'll discuss with the help of that. Okay. So, guys, the attack actually took place in Quetta, the capital of Pakistan's largest province, that is Balochistan. And this region has witnessed numerous separatist and insurgent activities also. So, it was primarily led by Balochistan Liberation Army. And the BLA claims to be fighting for an independent Balochistan, which is separate from Pakistan. So, in this incident, actually, a suicide bomber, from BLA targeted a group of Pakistani army soldiers who had recently completed training at an infantry school and were waiting at the railway station. So the intensity of this attack have raised serious concerns both within and outside Pakistan, and particularly about how it reflects on country's ability to manage the security. You see, the soldiers have been brutally killed, right? So that's something which shows the weakness of the country's security also. So, if you look at Balochistan, Liberation Army, the primary goal is basically to secure Balochistan's independence from Pakistan, and they argue that the region's resources are exploited without benefiting the local population. So, the group have intensified its attack in the recent years, and not just against Pakistani government, but also against the Chinese nationals in Pakistan. And if you see, these actions are part of their strategy to disrupt Pakistan's economic projects, particularly those related to China Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC. Okay, and that they see as very much exploitative. So that's why they are now targeting the Chinese personals also. So if you look at, China have invested billions in Pakistan, and particularly through the CPEC, which passes through Balochistan. But the increasing number of attacks on Chinese workers and the projects have actually strained the relation between these two countries. And recently, there was a shocking incident that a Pakistani security guard was reportedly opened a fire in against two Chinese workers in Karachi, following a dispute between them. So this incident actually highlights the volatile situation in Pakistan, where both local and foreign workers face constant security threats. So China has even started deploying its own troop to protect Chinese nationals in critical areas, because they have invested already in billions in that area, and their workers are there, and it is their responsibility to protect their workers. So that also reflects lack of confidence in Pakistan's ability to safeguard their citizens. So if you see another country is deploying their troop to protect their citizens, that shows Pakistan's weakness in protecting them. So now we can look at the impact on ICC Champions Trophy 2025. See, Pakistan is going to host the ICC Champions Trophy in 2025, and this recent attack in Quetta has actually raised questions about whether it is prepared to ensure the safety of international players and the fans and the people who are coming to watch the match. So the major teams, if you see, including India, Australia, England, are expected to participate the event because it's an ICC event, but given the current security landscape and the situation, there are genuine concerns about the potential threats during the tournament. See, the BLA and other insurgent group could see this as an international event. This is an international event, and the big teams are coming, and there's a big opportunity to make a statement for them. So the possibility of such attacks could, deter the teams from participating or put pressure on the ICC to consider alternative venues also. Now, if you see, there are proposals for a hybrid model as well. So one of the solution that has been suggested is actually the hybrid model for Champions Trophy, where when you say hybrid model means, the matches involving teams like India, it could be held outside Pakistan, outside the boundaries of Pakistan's, like a neutral location like UAE, and the other matches can take place within Pakistan. That's what we mean by hybrid model. But Pakistan is firmly opposed to this idea and completely rejected this proposal and argued that the entire tournament should be held within the territory, within the Pakistan border. So the Pakistan's cricket board has made it very clear that it does not wish to entertain the possibility of matches being shifted out of the country. So this resistance from Pakistan's side to this hybrid model or this proposal actually complicate the situation further and finding it very difficult to come to a conclusion. So if security matters, if the security issue remains a concern, then Pakistan might have to find it very difficult or might have to find a solution for this, and it's very difficult to convince the international teams to participate in the event also. And at the same time, if you see the risk, the chances of the international teams, especially teams like Australia, before also they did not came for the tournament, and that history is already there. So that is going to be another issue. Now, we can also look at China's increasing role and deployment in Pakistan. See, there are reports which suggest that China is considering deploying its own security forces in Pakistan to protect the Chinese nationals and projects. I've told you before that there were attacks against the Chinese nationals who were engaged in various projects over there. So, Chinese soldiers have reportedly already been stationed in some factories and the work sites, and this step actually underscores the extent of China's security concerns in Pakistan. And despite being a key ally and investor, China's move indicate the lack of trust in Pakistan's security arrangement, which could have broader implications for Pakistan's international reputation also. And if China feels compelled to provide its own security for its citizens, it raises a serious question and a red flag about Pakistan's capability to secure international events like the Champions Trophy. So if you look at the future of sports in Pakistan, we have discussed it already. See, in the previous video. So the security situation in Pakistan poses serious challenge for and it is affecting their ambitions to become a host for major international sports event, because the situation is not that good. Before, we have discussed about the attack against the Sri Lankan players, and then later Australian team have stopped coming to Pakistan. The scheduled match also, they didn't came in time. So unless significant improvements are made, right, there is a real possibility that the ICC also might reconsider holding the Champions Trophy in Pakistan. And ICC, there is a possibility that it can change the venue to maybe UAE or some other neutral venue. So India and other countries are likely to prioritize player safety and may push for alternative arrangements. So the situation is not that good. So another venue is what they are actually looking for. And Pakistan's resistance to this alternate models like hybrid model and the reluctance to address the security concerns, might force ICC to explore other options. And there are no other option. Like now, they can look at venues like UAE, such kind of neutral venues to ensure the safety of all participants. Okay, so that's how and what we can conclude. See, as we look ahead, if you look forward, Pakistan's situation is not that great, and they must take proactive measures to address its security concern if Pakistan have genuine wish to host major events like ICC Champions Trophy in future or any ICC tournaments in future. And ensuring safety of players, staffs, and the fans should be the highest priority above national pride or political consideration. So if you look at the perspective of India, from India's side, the player safety should be remain paramount and the most important, right? So the situation also serves as a reminder that the sports and politicians are often intertwined. Sorry, not politicians. Politics are intertwined, right? And maintaining balance between the two is essential for international sports event to thrive in peace and harmony. So that's all what I wanted to discuss. They want to, manage their security. They need to understand the concerns of the other teams and players, and they need to give enough security to the teams and the players and also the fans. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.